Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Krobos. Welcome back to Gears Feed. This is Talking Gears. I think on this show I just want to basically talk about all the latest things Gears of War, what's currently going on in the scene, the latest news, anything that it might be. Sometimes I'll have guests on the show, but today, for example, it'll just be me, just to see how it runs. So yeah, basically, first of all, I want to talk about connectivity issues. I know a lot of you have been having it's been a rocky start, hasn't it, to Gears 5, obviously with the early release. The Coalition have had quite a hard weekend with a lot of connectivity issues, stats not recording properly, people getting booted from the campaign, corrupt data. And I think obviously with Gears 5 now being on Steam and the Xbox Game Pass as well, there's an abundance of players accessing the franchise that haven't before. It's obviously causing a lot of issues. Hopefully by the 10th things are going to be okay on the standard release, I think, which is tomorrow. I'm sure they've got everything ready. But everything's been rosy for me so far on the campaign front anyway. I think I've been booted once or twice at the start. I went back from Act 2 to Act 1 twice, which is a bit frustrating, but it was only the back end. Since then, everything's been okay. I'm only about halfway through the campaign. I'll dive into the multiplayer when I've completed the campaign, because obviously, dive into Slaughter. But initially I tweeted on the 6th early access. I was at work, so I had no idea how calamitous the launch actually was. And I just tweeted saying, how's your Gears 5 day going? And I had an absolute plethora of hate. After that tweet, people were replying saying, "You joking, right? Is this the audacity of this tweet?" I didn't actually realise how bad things were, so I apologise for that. Now, one of the most popular streamers to grace the industry, Dr. Disrespect, had some rather provocative comments to make on Gears 5 last week as he scrutinised the franchise, much like Nadeshot did, without the due diligence and profound lack of knowledge to make these claims. So let me play the video for you.
It's time for the series to be dead. Okay? Let's move on from Gears of War, can we? It's not bringing in millions and millions of people. It's not groundbreaking. It's nothing. It's just a whole bunch of, over-the-top AAA marketing and PR on top of this game. That's all it is, right? They're not doing any, I am looking at gameplay, and I am not impressed. I'll say it, okay? You want me to be the one to step out since no one else is saying it on social media? Gears of War 5, don't waste my time. I'm not going to ever play you, not ever going to look at you. I'm not going to look at the campaign. I'm not going to do anything with it. It looks bland, it looks boring. It's the exact same thing over and over. And you're spending millions and millions of dollars on marketing when, come on, man, let's start a brand new company, new developer group that wants to move on I know all those developers working at that studio want to move on to something that's unique. I know it.
Arthur.
Now, I don't agree with this take, not because I'm a fan of the franchise. I have been notably critical in the past. We won't talk about the season pass that I ripped apart, but because he shows a confounding lack of knowledge and respect for everyone at that studio and everyone invested into this franchise in a positive way. You see, people have Gears tattoos, for Christ's sake. The franchise has a growing presence in esports. It's taking new steps that we've never seen before in Gears, and he mentions that they should try something new. When have you even paid a slightest bit of attention to what they've tried with Gears 5 and how the risks they've taken? I mean, have you paid any attention to the campaign for starters? The bold leap into this they're slowly incorporating into this world, this open world, RPG elements to help take it to the next step. Gears 5 has been nothing but an evolution for the franchise, and the Coalition have taken risks to rejuvenate Gears and allowed us to experience a living, breathing Sarah for the first time. His take on Gears 5, shows an unbelievable showcase of ignorance and a lack of respect, to be honest with you. He concludes by stating that everyone at the studio is bored and wants to make something new. I mean, from the people I've had the pleasure of meeting at the studio, all they've showed me is an unbelievable quality of ambition, passion, such a drive and a tenacity to ensure that they make a Gears title, worthy for the fans. So this idea or notion that they're fed up and don't care for it, it's a nonsense. And all this rubbish, it's coming from a former developer too. This guy worked on Call of Duty 3 and Modern Warfare 3, I think it was, for a number of years, quite a few titles, and it makes it even more unbelievable. And for those of you who say that, you know, it's just clickbait, I mean, he's baiting people for a reaction. I don't think that makes what he said okay. You think how many people, thousands and thousands of viewers are going to be watching that, and they'll be influenced by what he said there, and they won't play Gears of War because of what he said. So, and they'll be swayed by his nonsensical opinion. And if you don't like the game, that's fine, but at least do your due diligence before ripping it apart. Now, I've been blown away by the graphical fidelity and achievement that this game boasts. Well, I think we all have, the whole industry has, and we're all in awe because some of these captures from the community, I mean, they're nothing short of spectacular. I'm kind of wishing I had an Xbox One X to properly experience it and get what I can out of the campaign, but I mean, look at that, it's ridiculous. Before I go, I urge you guys to find as many collectibles as you can. I found some in the New Hope research facility last night. I'm currently in Act 2, so I've been working, so I've not had, you know, the most chance to get online, and I was just in awe at some of these collectibles I was finding. I've got Dell behind me, you know, on my arse, trying to get me to hurry up, and it's just like, mate, you know, we've been waiting 10 years for these answers, and I'm just sitting there at my desk with my, you know, my head in my hands, just looking at this information. So yeah, do try and find as many as you can. They add an enhanced level of insight and context to the story, and that's paramount to the story in my opinion. I hope things ease up with the game as we progress into the week. I get the frustrations, it is annoying, but we have to have patience. You know, the coalition of obviously those developers, I don't know how much they've been working, but it sounds like they've been working a lot over the last few days to ensure that these issues are subdued and dealt with. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Do like it if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more Gears content. I hope I'll see you next time.